Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Old for Gold. This is our 5th episode, where we drag these guys through the desert and see what they can come up with out of the sand. They have just succeeded in bringing one of these fantastic artifacts back from the deserts and into Makkah, the city that they began with. Uh, you guys survived quite a few terrible things in the desert, from camels getting sucked dry to pits to giant furnace rooms and pipes of steam. And not to forget the spider things too. Those were bad.
Death itself.
And death itself, yes, and all the mysteries that will hold. Well, we will begin with you guys entering town. Skia is the orc female that you met in the desert who used to be a bow of the sun. She is going to enter in town with you. She's agreed to work with you. She's going to stay pretty close to you because she is a banished military person.
As long as she goes by Archer.
Exactly, yes. She's going to go by Archer while she is in Makkah and probably any large city. For tax purposes, of course.
Right. Just keep it on the books.
Right.
But off the books.
That's important. All right, so yeah, you guys are going to enter into town. You have the Eye of Misha wrapped up. I think Arlon is the one who wrapped it up and put it with his belongings, a la Gandalf at the
Oh my God.
end of the third movie.
Pronounced your name right.
Oh my God. I mean, he said Arlon 2 or 3 times before he said
No.
Arlon.
We're not going to remember.
You don't focus on the next.
Remember the good times.
It's the positives in life that you have to focus on.
Right. So positive. You did it right once.
It's already an improvement. It's a step up.
Good.
Right. So I guess, yeah, we were like, reaching the gates, walking in the city
Yep.
kind of deal.
Exactly.
Right. Well, so there's like a bit of a thing that we should maybe stop off and discuss before we go handing this gem over. He's kind of like awkwardly probably tapping 2 fingers together while he's like trying to, stop you guys as we're walking, just get past the gates or whatever.
Oh, you
It's,
want to like go to like an inn or something? Like
yeah, there or like, I mean, I suppose, as good as anywhere, we could probably like even just stop here, but like, I guess, yeah, how crowded is it around us and all that stuff?
It's you guys have entered at the it took you a day of travel, so it's becoming dawn now, so it's actually getting more and more busy as traders are opening up their stalls and that kind of thing.
We could just like head back to the headquarters or whatever. I mean, yeah, probably be relatively quiet and private there. If that works. It's sort of important. Kind of like tugging at, I think it's his right arm. I don't remember whichever one it was. I think it was his right arm because they Beastmaster handshake. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Right arm.
Yep.
All right.
Just gotta
I guess it's let's head back to the headquarters and talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about.
Like it's sort of important.
well,
It's
is it as
like-
important as seeing if fuckers we left behind burn the whole thing down?
I mean, it's at least like possibly on the same level, maybe, or like thereabouts.
Wow, that's slightly important. All right, let's get back.
It's yeah, I suppose we
All right.
Yeah,
drag
Arlen will
Skia along.
sort of lead the charge into the headquarters, unlock the door, and step in.
Okay. You find the door is unlocked and you step in. You see Surtook sitting at a.
No. That's me.
Nope.
Oh
Sort
no,
of
no.
standing.
I'm sorry, Kartuk, or who was
Oh.
the other orc that you guys? Sorry, yeah, Surtook is your name.
Yeah, Kartuk.
Whoops, Kartuk.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds right. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kartuk
Dragon
sounds
chest,
right.
fat man.
Yes. Is the large orc. There are boxes of empty goblin dots all over the place. As well as like empty mugs and little bits of trash in the corner. He has surrounded himself with tons of books. And he looks up and goes, "Oh, you're back! Oh, Excellent. And he kind of gathers up a few more books. Scratch comes out from around the corner and goes, "Hey guys."
That's the goblin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I tried as hard as I could, but he's pretty stubborn. When he gets into his mind to do something, he can't be stopped.
Is my chair intact?
Yes, it is.
Well, you kept him off the chair, and I really think that's about all the makeup I asked for. So you did your job, all right?
Thank God. And I did my job too.
You sure did.
He drops a large book that is like a folder full of documentation. And he says, I did what I said I was going to do. I researched all about the sunken city.
Oh.
Wow, I thought you'd
Did
forget
we
about
ask
that.
him to do that?
I'm going to be honest, I don't remember if that's what we told him to do or
Yeah,
not.
I think one of us said for him to do it and
Right,
didn't expect him to do it.
Great
I
job,
think roll
Surtook.
with
That
it,
was great of you. You are just a wonderful person.
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to pull my weight around here, you know?
You seem to do a good enough job of that as is.
Well, thank
Surtook's
you.
gonna look in on the bathroom.
Everything is fixed, but the trash is just overflowing.
Well, I mean, that he's not he's not here to keep it clean or whatever, but the bathroom's working again. So that's like A+ for our carpenter friend. Can't remember his name at the moment.
Jossaman, Alleman, Solomon.
That's right.
How could I forget?
Right.
What a fool of me.
Easy
Right,
name.
anyway, we should just pop into the office here real quick.
Wait,
it's not burned down, right? What? Sorry.
I wanted to tell you all about what I've been doing for the last week and a half.
Oh, well, you see, how about you debrief Scratch and
He already knows.
you can both fill
Man,
fill us in.
I
a very
can't
eloquent
hear
way.
another word about that fucking city. I
All right,
will
man.
brain him.
Well, we'll cross that brain splattered road when we get to it.
Mm-hmm.
We have some things to talk about amongst ourselves before we get into anything else. But
Okay, I will prepare some more documentation.
Yeah, if you can make like a little display, like little finger
That's a
puppets or
good
something that you
idea.
can really like go through the whole scenario with us.
Yes.
And then I think we can really talk this out.
Posters.
later.
Posters.
Right.
Charts, maybe like
Charts,
pictures and
that's a good
graphs and
idea.
stuff. I'm big on that.
There
I
were
don't
some
like
charts
words so
that I
much.
thought about including in my handouts, but I thought that it might be too much. But if I've got extra time... He runs back to the table and picks up a quill and starts scratching more things out.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
like a few
God.
bar graphs, like a cake. A cake graph, whatever the ones with the little like cut.
I can do
It's a pie graph.
I can do a
I don't
pie
know.
chart about most popular line graphs that take place within books about the
That's
sunken
really
city.
great. I'm really invested in that. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
To the back door. To the back room.
You open the door and the office is quite clean and untouched. Scratch says, "Yeah, I kept him out of there. That in the kitchen."
Good work. Pat him on the head awkwardly and then walk by, I guess.
Arlon slinks past him behind Surtook.
Right. And yeah, shut the door behind us and then so like I mean I was pretty clear about having not died and all, but that was actually like I think
Yeah, you
maybe,
were real convincing. You made it
slightly
sound like
false.
you've never died in your entire life, which I think most of us have done. So, congratulations on that front. Really, you nailed your part.
Right, I think I did though, like a bit.
Wait, like you did the diet.
He nods, then he'll pull up his
How-
sleeve, I guess.
How
and show the
possible,
little,
Arlen? Did you pick up any scent of that in the entire situation? I couldn't have caught it whatsoever.
You know, I was too busy running my ass away to really tell what was going on. But do you have? Show me your wrists,
Yeah, it
shoulders.
he pulled his sleeve up or whatever, and I think it was like a handprint, black handprint. on
Yeah,
his
black
forearm.
handprint where you beastmastered.
check his knees and toes. Make sure.
Wait, no, like I'm fairly confident that this is like the only new mark.
No. This is for you, Surtook. Knees and toes.
Will awkwardly pull up the like legs of his pants, I guess. I don't know.
Well, didn't expect that.
Knees
All
are good.
right.
I think hang on. And then yeah, because I'm gonna fall through with it. I'll check his toes too. It's like right, yeah, just the bit where like the angel of death touched me or whatever. Oh yeah, right.
Oh, you were serious?
Yeah, no, there was like this thing, sort of like them spider things or whatever, right? I think they kind of like killed me a bit.
A bit, like
Right, but like not all the way, right? Like I'm like back now.
yeah, I can tell. I can see that.
But like I stopped for a bit, and like there was this like everything was slowed down and kind of like gray or whatever, and then like you know, the angel told me that I had to get the diamond to this place that like mostly like we can't hand it over. Well, like we can, but we have to like steal it back after, I think. I've got like 3 months, otherwise I might die. Like for real.
There's stories of people who have passed and not remained dead. You know, a lot of times they're seen as sort of a you know, the throes of death, that sort of thing, playing tricks on you. But you know, it's something that's said pretty across the board. This is it's the Black Gate, is what they refer to it as, at least in my circles.
Well, is it possible that he was maybe having like hallucination? You know, he didn't drink a lot of water. You know, we may have fed the camels two pieces a day, but I don't think we fed Surtook enough. Maybe he was like hallucinating.
If you, I mean, he's having the same hallucination that you know, hundreds others have had. So
That's not unheard of, right?
Starts looking like,
I suppose
I
you're right,
mean,
Jalal.
like
It must have just been a bad dream.
When I was talking with the angel, it did make a fairly convincing case that it was not a hallucination at the time.
I mean, this is something that you know, within the circles of people who study and use magic is it's kind of understood to be true.
Huh. Right. Well, I mean, yeah. So, like, I think death is gonna kill me if we don't get this gem to. Shit. I'm sorry. I can't remember the spot he's supposed to take it to. I know it was
they just
north.
showed you a map. Yes, it's actually here.
Yeah.
I'll pull up the
The like
Pearlandia map here.
the spot that he knows it has to go to. But yeah, he says, right, like it's, I mean, you know, it's sort of like a timer that it's got to be there by the time, but like in 3 months, or you know, she'll come back for me or whatever.
I mean, well, if it killed you and then like sent you back in and just keep doing that, right? Like, is that how God's work? I don't really know. Arlon preaches a lot, and I don't, you know, now and we'll hear you know what I'm talking about.
Right. If memory serves, there was some sort of talk of like an eternal damnation / enslavement of my like soul or whatever if I'm not capable of fulfilling my obligation, which I'm not entirely keen on.
It's always that fucking fine print that always gets you.
But I mean, you know, that's eternal life, right?
Every document, you always check off the user agreement before you even read it, and next thing you know, on your soul.
Terms and
Happened to a few of my friends in my time.
Right. I mean, I'm illiterate, so like informed consent on terms and contracts is sort of like a moot point. But it was a verbal thing, right? Like I think I got the gist of like what was going on, but
well, if what you say is true, and you have been to the Black Gate, and you've spoken with one of these guardians of the Black Gate, death or whatever you want to call it, it's probably in our best interest, well, especially in his best interest, if we complete it and not take it as some kind of joke.
He's not really one to make jokes like this.
Which is really great because I'm wearing this thing on my wrist here, you see?
Right.
And so unless we can
Oh,
like come up with some money to pay back what we
Well, that's what I'm
we've
saying. Like, we don't have to not give it to whoever, right? Like, it can leave my possession, but we have to just get it to, the point or wherever, any points at the map again, before the time runs out. So, like, I mean, we could get paid, right, and take it from folks what it gets sold to. Or
that's
something.
against the law.
Sure, but
I mean, a lot
I
of
mean-
things certain I've done in our time, but against the law. I mean, if
Right.
we put that as a stasis, like or a status for which we wanted to be above, I think we'd be drowning right now because we are far, 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 far below the status quo of obeying the law. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, like skiers not supposed to be here. I'm not sure.
Right.
Right. Like that's illegal.
Well, I think that's more like we're trying to I thought we were going to try and talk somebody into that being okay when we got here, but I guess we skipped that step, and here we are.
I mean, no, like I'm not saying that that's like a requirement or whatever, but it's like a thing that we could do, which would save your hand and sort of my mortal soul.
I'm not particularly comfortable with the possible consequences of breaking the law. I've spent most of my life avoiding that.
Well, how about
And-
you think about it in a better way, right? You're not breaking the law. You're just bending it to conform to your will in the name of your clerical duties to help those that you care about.
I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, Jalal.
Clerical.
Well,
duties.
his soul's about to get stretched and your arm's about to get stretched off. So we have to start stretching something or else you're both getting stretched tired.
Sure, like what if we wait for whoever it is to like start moving it outside of town?
You know what we could do?
There
We
aren't
could,
laws out in the desert, right?
We could take what money we have remaining from our loan,
Uh-huh.
and then we could do labor and make up the remaining coin to pay back the debt.
Surtook looks like he just smelled something off.
You know, I really like where your head's at. So
I don't.
it'll give us a good alibi too. You'll be doing like hard labor, right, Arlon? And we'll steal the gym back, and then our perfect alibi, we'll just have Scratch dress up as me, right? We're pretty similar. And Cartook kind of looks like Surtook. They even has Took in the name.
That's
so it works.
racist.
But I think we have more important matters than racial disparity right now. I like where your
I'm
head's at.
quite
Arlon.
skinny, actually.
Well, I didn't
I'm
say
not-
he's a perfect match.
I'm not cut out for hard labor anymore.
Well, then why'd you
Hang
recommend?
on. Yeah. No.
The two of you very much are. I mean, I could do some scribe duties. There's other ways around this without having to steal.
All right. What if we call it borrowing, and we return the gem after we save Surt's soul?
As long as we return it, and you promise me we can do that.
Well,
Then
I can promise
I'm-
you we can. I can't
Surtook
promise
just
you that.
nods and points at him. Like, yeah, he can.
I can't
Like-
exactly promise that the way
Well.
in which we will do it will be entirely within the bounds of the local law.
Well, but like, I mean,
We've got
If it
3
comes-
months to 2 months and 3 weeks now, I believe,
We have to
5
get there.
days.
to turn this gem in wherever it may need to go. And we don't have time to make the money. If we do break the law, it will be broken out of necessity to save the life of a dear friend. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he turns around and walks out the room.
Oh, right.
He's kind of a frail soul. You can't really blame him. Being kind of sheltered.
Right. I mean, that's fine. We've just got to go talk with, contact or whatever that got us the job. And, they gave us the lead for Pocket's Folly or whatever. Figure out who he's selling it to and then, sort of like work out how this is all going to go down, I feel like.
What if we just went and told him the truth?
Surtook size.
What?
I mean, like, we could, right? But,
Right.
We wouldn't get paid.
Arlon, why are you just standing in the doorway peeking around? You can come back in.
It was a
Sorry.
dramatic exit.
I may be.
Good point for that.
I was hoping to. Never mind. And he shuts the door again. All right, so we're gonna steal this gem back.
We're not going to do anything if you keep whispering.
Oh god!
I want to talk about it too loudly.
Well, we're going to borrow it back. Right.
Sure. Right.
I feel like that's still. If somebody hears you say we're gonna borrow it back, I think they have an idea of what you're going to do.
It's like an involuntary loan, right?
Right. I mean, we put in the hard work. We lost a dear friend in that delve, right?
And don't try and pretend that we liked him.
Well, we lost a dear, heroic, beautiful friend, and I think we've earned a little bit of bereavement, if you will. See, it's like
Bereavement's
bereaved and grieving at the same time, right? Like it's a combination of two
that.
words. I'm working on my language.
I hate
Anyway,
those. Okay.
It's like a conjunction.
no, that's like the disease. Never mind. I think we're kind of putting to the side here the fact that we now have some sway because we've conquered Pocket's Folly. We've done what a great, powerful adventurer couldn't do.
Well, they couldn't do it because of love, is what it sounds like the case.
And a
was.
really long pit
And then
traps.
everybody else was just scared of shit of it. And then our predecessors weren't very good at their job. So
Well, we're gonna make it sound a little better than it was, right?
I think that it would behoove us to maybe gussy
50-foot pit trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 52
you're asking me to
feet.
lie.
No,
Maybe like,
I'm saying to like
give a different impression.
steal the
right?
words from your own mouth and put them in a different place.
Yeah.
Who have I gotten mixed up with?
Well, I hit trash cans for a living. Cert can't read.
I basically got paid to sit in a house for like an extended period of time.
Right.
That was
You
like
got-
my
This
decided
isn't the hill you want to die on, Arlen.
Because I should have seen that coming.
Well, if you do die on the hill, just don't make a deal with the angel of death.
I'm not sure I would be stupid enough to do that.
Hold on. I feel like maybe you're talking about me here in some like, indirect fashion. And
No, of
I'm not
course
sure I
Jalaal
like
just
the
shakes his head
implication.
No, I would never do anything like that.
Good.
You're my friend, sir.
That would be quite insulting. And then he walks out of the room.
Does he walk out through like the window or something?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking good. Escape. We'll probably head back into the main room and hassle Scratch or something.
Okay.
Well,
Are you
I'm gonna
guys
take
all
the
heading
garbage
back in
out.
the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the garbage out and then punch it a few times just to
Okay.
see.
Arlon, what are you doing?
I am going to sit and listen to Kartuk's dissertation
Oh, no.
on the Sunken City.
Okay. He excitedly sets everything up for you. You can barely understand most of it, but he does hand you a intro sheet called Kumar, the Sunken City of the Moon by Kartuk. It's actually pretty well written out too. It does seem like he has some skill in a quill, and he could make a pretty good scribe if he applied himself to something like government work. But he writes, and I've given you guys access to this in the company paperwork sheet too here. But the kind of the rough and dirty of it is that there was this city that was the capital of a country back even before the Meshan Empire, when gods roamed the material plane of Paralandia. And it was the capital of a country ruled by a night god named Lael. And she was worshipped as a benevolent goddess until it was revealed that she had been building an army with sacrificed soldiers led by a demon prince named Nar. And
Pretty big plot twist.
Yeah, she waged war against the other orcish countries of the Meshan plain back before it was even the Meshan desert, and she laid siege to Dam Thur, which was Mietza's, the sun god Mietza's capital, his seat where he lived. And on the wall of Mietza, she fought him, and they were about to win when Nar betrayed her and stole her weapon. But she was, and then she was defeated and imprisoned in her city, in the crystal sphere of the city, and the whole city and its treasure was sunk by Mietza. The key to her prison is said to be called the Eye of the Sun, which would watch over the imprisoned god of night. Legend says that the key was taken and buried in a vault that'd be impossible for a servant of night to break into, so that the eye would never close and Lael would forever remain imprisoned. Surtook has done as much research as he could on where it is and all that, but the location of it has never been discovered. Though there is a map of the city itself, made of crystal, in the State Historical Museum in Dam Thur. It was discovered some 200 years ago.
Okay. At the end of it, I think Arlon, quite lost, is just kind of clapping and nodding his head. This your speech was quite well. I didn't really gain anything from that, but
I think that we should lead an expedition to find where the location of Quarmar is.
that's definitely a good idea. And I think the way you've written this it's very. I think I can learn from this, and I will see what I can do, what I can put together. And thank you for putting the time into this project.
No problem. What should I research next? Or should I keep looking for information about this city?
You should look for information and cross-reference it with other expeditions that have been out looking for these types of things, and try to find, whatever information you can from them
All right.
as to where maybe not to search, or where may be a good idea to search.
I will do that.
Thank you very much, Kartuk.
Of course. Surtook, you are in the kitchen with Scratch, and he is trying to get you to try some kind of goblin drink that he has concocted himself over the week and a half that you've been here. He's like, yeah, it's fermented chili. You're really gonna like it.
Sorry. Once again, please. I feel like I heard rotten chili, and that can't be what you actually said.
It's fermented chili, not rotten. Let me tell you. And he takes a plastic bucket and he sets it down in front of you, and you see that he has wrapped up this chili into a cheesecloth, and surrounded the cheesecloth in ice, and is collecting the drippings underneath. He says, "These bad boys have been hanging for about 6 days in the ice brine here." He pours some, like, the slop at the bottom out into a cup, and he takes a swig and goes, "Oh yeah, That'll curl your toes. All right, you want to try some of this?
No, but I guess I will. And he nervously takes a drink of it. This is ridiculous. Don't drink rotten chili juice, folks.
PSA for the boys.
It tastes like spicy garbage water. Burns all the way down.
Yep, that is like when I wake up in the alley with my mouth open. I am good on that. Enjoy.
It's only really sorry, that was the wrong voice. It's only really good in really small amounts.
I feel like no amount is like the idea of small.
Actually,
but you have fun with that. I'm going to go somewhere where people are not eating or drinking the drippings of several-day-old chili. I'm kind of like you as he looks at it. Chili, really like chili though.
Right.
Walks. No, nope, no.
You walk in as back into the main room as Jalaal comes back in from punching some trash cans.
Y'all know that like we've only been gone for like 6 days, and the homeless population's already started like grouping up back there again. I had to do a lot of work to really like scurry them off this time. You should have seen them though; they ran like cats.
Just assaulting people.
No, I didn't hit a single person. The trash can, however, did hit a few.
You guys,
I think that still counts as I'm hitting somebody.
Hey, my hands are clean. The trash can's hands are the ones that are bleeding.
So when Surt pulls out a bow and he shoots somebody with a dagger, or with an arrow.
I don't think you understand how a bow works.
Look, I just mixed up. I just got done listening to the scrambled word frickin' presentation about the sunken city.
Oh yeah, Surtook and Jalaal. Do you want me to give you that too?
Yeah. Write it down and put it in our room.
Sure,
I'll explain it to them.
I'll take a look at that after you've gotten a chance to write it down.
Okay.
Just gives them a thumbs up. Yes.
So my words are maybe not just, they're not quite, having trouble forming sentences right now. Anyway, if Surtook shoots somebody with an arrow, he shot that person, not the arrow. If you hit somebody with a sword, you hit the person, right?
Well, yeah, but I threw the trash can and it hit like 6 of them. So
it's like a multiplier.
That's a pretty good shot.
Well, mostly like they hit each other. It was kind of like a domino effect. Like they all started scurrying when they saw me because they're like, "Oh, that's the guy who throws trash cans at us." And then I threw the trash can, and it hit one, and then that guy hit like a few other people. So technically, that guy assaulted all those other homeless people.
I think that's considered a strike.
Don't assault homeless people. Also, just want to throw that out there quickly.
Yeah, that's another little.
Don't assault homeless people ever. It's a little different in this world because my character's insane.
Jesus, hilarious though.
So yeah, they all start one after the other, and they just like bap, 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 right down the line. It was, sir, you missed it. I think you should have been.
I did. Yes, I was busy drinking garbage water.
All right. I don't want to, ever interrupt whatever you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, he's got plenty. I'm sure.
Oh no, I had.
You are interested.
I had a late meal. I don't think I have any more room for garbage water. What are we building here? What? Never mind.
What's the next? We don't need a existential crisis at the moment. That's all right. Just bucket that back up.
We sit on an empire of trash.
This is not
throne of lies atop the empire of trash.
Oh my god. Right.
We're
so
in your crown of Cheetos.
Cheeto crumbs and old dusty keyboard.
Garbage water chalice. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the next step here? Then
I guess the next step is trying to figure out what they're going to do with the crystal once we return it.
Wait, so oh wait, did he hear any of that? I guess he probably didn't. Never mind. I'm gonna say that meets a Misha thing. I feel like that's a thing. There's some sort of connection to that because it's like the eye of Misha. And it's supposed to be the eye of the sun. But who's to say? Surtook's probably not going to make that connection, I guess, though, honestly. I take it all back.
Thank you.
Like I was saying earlier, I think we should go be honest with the guy. I don't think scurrying around will do us any good for right now. But if he doesn't do what we want him to do, then yeah, let's do that other thing.
Sure, I guess.
Well, the problem is that we give this to one person who then takes it to another. He just works as a broker for these things.
Right.
The person that we're working for, he's not the person that that's going to be ending up with this crystal.
Exactly. He's going to get the
So
money.
we can't go kill
for-
him. And
No.
I mean,
No.
we can't go steal it from him. Deal.
Well, we could just not give it to him if he's not going to play ball, I guess.
Well, what if we meet the person who's going to buy it, and then instead of giving him the crystal, we say we'll do a job for him for free. Maybe we keep the crystal, and we are the conquerors of Pockets Folly, so we got a bit of credibility. Feel like
Not sure.
right. If someone who weren't me or Cert or anyone else in this room who didn't have a name similar to Arlon talked to him, I think we'd have a good shot.
I mean,
I think I could be quite convincing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You're the only one who has a shot.
Oh, okay. You used a lot of negatives in that sentence, and
Right.
it really kind of
I'm
threw
a
me
very
off.
negative person a
That's-
lot of the time.
That's true.
I need to work up my.
I think
my
the homeless
therapist
would
said
agree
I
with
need-
that.
Well, let's not bring them into this.
All right, so we go speak with the middleman. We try to arrange a meeting to make the exchange directly with the person that's going to be picking it up and see what kind of deal we can broker with him.
Right.
we could see if he's willing to just give us whatever information we could, he has, so we could steal it from the person that he's selling it to, so he still gets paid or whatever.
I don't have much of a rapport with the man that we're making the deal with. I'm
Sure, but
concerned
I'm
that he would very
confident the
quickly
gold
just...
would make, sort of smooth over whatever trust issues we might have.
That's fair.
We know we need the gold, or else Arlen's gonna get cat scratch fever, and we need the gem because you're gonna get dead.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I've
Jalal
got
just
some
turns and
months
leaves.
or whatever.
And I'm gone.
Deuces, good luck. Sounds like a shit show. I'm out. Right. Well, I mean, we could just go see what is up with him and move from there, I suppose.
I think that's the best play.
Let's do it.
Certainly.
And Jalaal will immediately walk out the door before Kartuk has any more time to talk to him about anything he's studied.
All right. He sees you guys leave and goes, ah! And then the door shuts.
And then Jalaal sticks his head back in real fast. Scratch, you take care of the place. You make sure no one does anything stupid or fucky.
Yep.
Fucky stupid.
He puts the upturned bucket in the middle of the room and just slaps the broom in his hand and goes, all right, you know the drill.
That's my man.
You
All right,
guys
keep it up.
head across town to Amal's Rare Goods. Rare is Goods. And like I said, it's about midday now, just about getting noon. So it's very, very hot. Very sandy. Almost got to sneeze there. You walk in. He is behind the counter looking at a small emerald with a jeweler's lens. He looks up, takes it off, and goes, "Oh, I did not expect to see you, actually."
Well, I feel like you should have rolled out the red carpet because we are, in fact, the conquerors of Pockets Fall.
So you have the eye, then?
We do.
Oh my goodness. Wonderful.
So
Right.
May I see it?
he reaches into his bag and pulls out the cloth and sort of reveals it.
He puts the eyeglass back in and like looks over it. He doesn't pick it up or anything. He doesn't take it out of your hands. He just gets real close to it and looks at it and goes, My, you actually succeeded. I am beyond impressed. To think of 3 amateurs could best the famous Pockets Folly. This will be big news. Big news.
Well-
we make what we don't have in
Literacy.
we make up foreign talent.
I see. Well,
All came at the cost of our
let me
dearest
draw up the receipt for you. I have the 6,000 gold here. I just have to go get it in the bag. It's in my vault, of course. And we will conclude our business. I have a few other contracts if you're interested.
That is like a bit of a thing here, and he kind of like nudges Arlon again, I guess.
Who is making the purchase of this gem?
That is not information that I usually share, you understand. My contracts have somewhat of a necessity for privacy.
I understand. Speaking of necessities, some of the things that we saw in there gave us a great deal of concern. And
Such as?
well, it's something I'd like to share with the person who will be making the purchase of this gem.
I see. How do I know you're not just trying to get in contact then to steal it back? That's another reason why I usually do not give the information that you're seeking, because
good sir, we would never stoop so low, right?
I am a man of the cloth. I am far too old to be playing games with the law.
I'll tell you what. If you, let's say, only got 5,000 gold for it, and this piece of information, what would you say?
I would say if you made it 5,500, it would be a deal.
I'll go 5-2.
All right. That's acceptable.
Jalaal holds his fist over one of the display cabinets nearby.
Sir,
I'll
what are you
put your
doing?
fist away.
I'm sorry. I think I have some sand in my ears from the very long trip into the desert. You said 5-4, right?
As he slowly inches his fist down over the cabinet.
He says, that's, are you sure you want to go down that route? If you break that cabinet, you will be arrested. I will have the eye confiscated from you, and you won't get paid at all.
I'm sorry. My hand was
5-2
slipping.
seems fair.
I was stretching my arm.
Of course, that is what I thought.
I've had a lot of problems with my hearing. There,
You know what? I'll throw in another 10 gold for you to get that looked at.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
kind of
That's
you.
that's very remarkable.
He goes in the back. He says, I will be right back. He goes in the back, and after a little bit, comes out with a chest, opens it, and begins removing the gold that you guys have agreed upon. And while he does that, he says, I am supposed to deliver the eye to a merchant named Wali El Bina. He is here in Makkah. He is a half-orc. He lives near the citadel in the middle of the city.
Do you know what he wants it for?
I don't, but the how I was contacted was very strange. I do not think that he is the one who is actually interested in it. I believe that he is being contacted to work as an in-between for another, more shadowy agency.
Yet another middleman. Well, thank you very much for doing business with us. For now, I think we will hold on the other contracts
Okay.
until we get this whole business sorted out.
Of course. I will take the eye.
Yeah.
Thank you. He kind of rubs it. Man, that is beautiful. He slides over the chest. There you go. 5,210 Mishan gold coins.
Arlen takes the 10
Wow.
gold off the top and tosses it to Jalaal.
Catches it and rubs his shoulder.
Right. Yeah. So it'll pick up the chest and say, well, that's pretty good, right, guys? Are we? Is that? Are
We
we?
need to go make a visit to this man and speak with him about the gem.
If you say that you're, no, actually, I don't really want to give you that. Yeah, no, you're on your own. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for that. You can't just do that.
Oh,
I
You
mean,
can't just start part of a sentence and then stop it.
no,
That's-
I
I'm
was
not going to be able to
almost
sleep
be.
tonight. I'm going to be thinking about what was he going to say.
I think he was going to say, tell him we sent it, or he sent us, but like that might go over poorly since
Yeah.
he usually doesn't hand out names or whatever. With these
Exactly.
Sort of connections.
Yeah, I was almost too kind there. So you're going to have to figure out an audience with him yourself. He is a very well-respected merchant in town.
When
So,
were you planning on making that exchange? Just so we know, when we have to have this sorted out by.
as soon as I give him word that you have returned in town, which I have not yet,
Gotcha. Oh, right.
I will be
But-
doing that as soon as you leave, of course.
Well, don't forget, right, to include the fact that we did, in fact, conquer Pocket's Folly, and we are kind of a big deal. That's going to be an important aspect.
I think that the very fact that you have the eye kind of precludes that.
Right, but at the same time, I want to make sure more than one person knows that, and I can't do all the talking myself. So, kind of,
You can't
swing
do any
that
of the
around.
talking yourself, Jalaal.
I'm talking right now, Arlon. What now?
Again,
Just make
Yeah,
like a
it's
little
quite
like
productive.
a shovel
this
digging
is-
a hole motion.
Please,
This is Dragon
please
Chest. This is checkmate if I've ever seen it.
please leave. You've disrupted my daily operations enough for one day.
All right,
very
yeah.
busy shop you have here,
The,
obviously.
hero- the
So it
heroes,
just
of,
walks-
the heroes of Makkah are leaving now. You just make sure. Do what you got to do.
Of course.
Seems a bit extreme.
Arlen is already out the door.
Yeah. Surtook will go.
All right.
Well, this should cover the cat's fee or whatever pretty well, I think.
I think we should probably stop there first. I want to get that thing off your wrist before any extra
Yes,
strings are tied.
I would also prefer that. Let's go.
So you guys head to Masi's domain. Again, there is a line outside of people that are begging for or asking for loans from the fat cat.
That huge bread sale. It's really going fast down at the market. I heard that they were doing like flatbread this time,
Holy
so it's
shit.
like easier to eat. I think they were putting cheese on it too.
That's like, it's just fantastic. Oh,
half
me
the
really
people in
went
line
off.
leave.
Trying to remember what I said. Something along
You'd
those
think they would catch on at some point.
Well, it's usually like a different crowd or whatever. I'm sure
that's
that guy there, see, he's giving us the stink eye. He must have gone for the bed last time.
Don't make eye contact. We don't want to start anything.
Yes, after a few minutes of standing in line, it gets to your part. You hear, meow, enter.
Arlen takes the chest and heaves it in.
Mr. Perdue,
It's Prideaux, but thank you.
welcome.
Welcome.
He's being fanned by two orcs in armor right now, and he has a very large bowl of what looks like kibble that he is slowly scooping up into his mouth slowly.
Are some of them fish shaped?
Yes, some of them are fish shaped. There's little squares.
They all have his
Meow,
initials
meow,
written
meow,
on them.
meow,
Yes,
meow, meow.
yep.
I have brought back my my payback for the loan.
Yes, I see. 900 gold, was it?
I believe that was it.
After the interest, of course.
He opens the chest and pulls out 900 gold and sets it on the table nearby.
Thank you. He claps his hands, and two goblins come over and begin counting the coin and making sure each one is real. He says, I suppose you would like my brand off your wrist now.
I would greatly appreciate that.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
How would you like another loan? This one at a lower interest rate.
I am currently not. I don't need one at the moment.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
I can offer 0% APR. Meow.
At this time, I am not needing any money.
No
Mr.
advancements on your paycheck. Meow.
Not today.
Checks cashed.
Can we just remove the list, please?
They have actually been
Do
previously
we have
established.
checks?
Very well. I will remove my brand. He snaps his fingers and directs one of the goblins to come over with a silver key that unlocks it. It falls off your wrist, and the skin underneath is pretty scabbed up from being, almost 2 weeks in the desert. But
Yeah.
it
I think
feels
very quickly, rubs his hand over
feels
it.
good. So I assume that you have succeeded in delving Pocket's Folly, then.
We did. We retrieved the Eye of Misha, and it has been given to its proper owner.
Meow. Interesting. Well, I suppose our business is done. Look me up again if you need any gold, Mr. Perdue.
That's Perdue, but thank you.
Said.
Meow.
No, Is it Perdue? All right.
Boilermaker. Mr. Boilermaker.
He drags the chest of gold back out.
It's a little
gives it
lighter
back
now.
to Cert.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're going to go visit. Well, we probably could drop this off first, so we're not dragging it.
Not dragging.
Right.
By my
What?
count, you have 4,310 gold left.
No, I have 10.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
just do 4,300 exactly in the chest. Yeah.
Good old 80 odd pounds of gold.
Yeah.
All right. Do we pay everybody now so we don't have to worry about it, or
I mean, okay.
Probably not a bad idea. Get it over with. How much money do we have left from before?
I'm not sure.
Left over from the loan?
Not
I don't
much.
recall. You were the
banker.
I don't know what I did.
yeah, the principal. Or whatever.
It
Fucking
might be in
Simon.
Google Drive under the untitled thing
Classic.
somewhere.
Yeah. You're just
I think-
patting your pockets. Wait, it's somewhere in here. Hang on.
I think you gave it to me to buy stuff, and then I bought a whole bunch of stuff.
All right, we're just gonna say there wasn't any left.
Okay.
'cause I
Sounds
don't-
what?
Sounds good. Yeah, you got 4,300 gold now.
I did mark that down on my character sheet, so
Good.
we
Excellent.
won't forget it next.
Wonderful.
All right.
Um,
Well, how much we owe them money? I remember we made some deals to make them a little bit less. I think one of them
Yeah.
wasn't paying anything.
yeah, that was Surtook.
Yes, card
Right.
Yep.
He was just
Yeah.
working for room and board.
I think we need to up Scratch's pay. I think he did good work while we were gone.
I mean, honestly, Kartuk did pretty good work too.
He did.
He-
Did the things he said to you?
No, they didn't make any sense. But what he
Oh,
wrote down
well.
on the paper makes pretty good sense. It's well written. It explains a lot about it. There might be some treasure there that's worth it, uncovering.
All right, we'll give him a gold for his efforts.
All right.
You said Solomon he did a good job on the whole
Yeah.
bathroom deal.
It's like totally functional. I mean, most of it was like buried in trash at the time, but I think that's pretty standard. Yeah, given the Kartuk information.
Right. We'll give him. How about we give him a little extra dosh to just make him feel welcome.
What, 3 gold for Solomon?
Yeah.
2 gold for
Scratch.
Archer's dad.
Well, no, we have Archer now.
Right, but Archer.
Yeah.
You
kinda
just like air quotes.
I'm
We
pretty
kind of
sure.
left her there.
Actually, that's what you guys use the rest of your money on. You use the rest of your money to pay her. I'm pretty sure. I think that you guys paid her.
I don't think we paid her.
Really to guide you through the desert.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She didn't
I thought
require
that
payment. for
She was
whatever
just
reason.
like not doing anything else, sort of, was
Okay.
what I remember, but I don't know.
Sure. So it's up to you guys whether you want to pay her for this job. That
We sure do,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
She was like
Sure.
really helpful, wasn't she?
I mean,
Yeah.
she like directed us to the final location more or less.
Yeah.
Kind of helped us
I mean,
hide
we
out.
could
to
just
one
say
of
we
the
paid her the
storehouses.
rest of the money to do that job.
That's
Then
fine too.
That way
Yeah.
we don't have to spend
There
any
you
more
go.
on
Don't
it.
have to worry about it being-
There you go. Yeah, I'll let that slide. That sounds fine.
Cool.
So that's 5 gold in total, apparently, that you're going to hand out to your employees.
Big bucks today.
Wow.
Per day. That's per day.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh,
So we're looking at what, 10 days that we were gone?
Yes, roughly.
So that's 40. That's 40. Or that's 50 gold.
Good math. Good
So-
math, Brad.
Well, it was 42.50 is what we have left.
Cool.
Cool. We have. What about your friend? Was he expecting to get camels back?
Yeah,
Oh,
Lucky Jeff
shit.
is definitely going to expect 3 camels back.
oh, right. I mean, he will not be overly ecstatic about us losing one of his stock, but I suppose we can
What's a camel
compensate
run?
him
About 10 gold.
like 8 to 10 second for 40. It's 40 yard because it's running.
Stop.
Wow.
Ah,
Digging motion. Yeah. It's just-
right. Bring the digging back.
Stupid.
All right. It is about 10:30. We should take our break
Yeah, sure.
here.
Okay.
And come back in about 15 minutes. Brett, do you want to give us our little spielsies?
Yes, sir. I would love to. All right. So every Monday and every I'm sorry. I wanted to thank you guys before I did that. Thank you for watching Irrational Radio, for tuning in, and for checking us out. We do this every Monday. This is Old for Gold Enterprises, the Dungeon World campaign, where we delve the desert for delicious delectables
Delights,
from a time
yes.
long ago.
Delectable delights.
Delectable delights. And every Thursday we do Table 13, where we talk about DMing techniques and different stuff related to all sorts of different tabletop games. And not every other anymore. This coming Friday will be the release of our final podcast of Dragons of Paralandia. It has been a long year and a half of playing wonderful characters and through a wonderful story. But we're going to be moving it to Twitch under new characters and doing a bit of a different tangential story. That's going to be starting in March. So we're going to be leaving all those podcast episodes up. We're probably going to be doing something to sort of just make it only Dragons of Paralandia, maybe make a second podcast to put all the other content in. But that will serve sort of as a background to what, happened before the stream started happening.
Yeah.
So you can check that out on Podbean. It's Dragons of Paralandia. It's anywhere you can find podcasts. You can get them on Spotify, all that stuff. But all of that it'll be complete, total, packaged up in a neat little present for you on Friday. Other than that, you can join our Discord community and come hang out and play Ark and 7 Days to Die with us, or play in one shot or run a game. Just hang out with the wonderful community there.
Or just chat shit.
Yeah.
Or you can just sit in the corner and not ever talk.
Right. Or that too. We like those as well. So, right. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. What did we forget something?
Or if you'd like to contribute monetarily to us, you can go to our Patreon, which is located below. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
And
Our store is currently down, but when it comes back up, you should buy all the stuff in it.
Everything.
Yes. One of everything, please.
I still don't have a
we-
t-shirt.
Right. We need to fix that. All right, guys. We will be back in about 15 minutes. Hold on to your butts. Hello, everybody. We are back. We're back from break. We took a break, but now we're back to continue the
I'm not
role-playing
back yet.
campaign. Apparently, John's not back.
Basically back.
Right.
Maybe got back.
Essentially.
So you guys have just paid back the fat cat, and I believe we're gonna also say that you've gone back and paid your employees, so that way we don't have to go through the circus of the 16 people that live
Sure.
in the place that you guys live.
That's lazy, Kyron.
I know it's
Like
lazy.
three.
Yeah,
lazy
I can't
GM.
even remember their names. How dare you?
I know, it's terrible.
I remember Scratch. He's
We're
he's
going to
great.
continue the main plot instead of the many side plots. But
Oh,
yes,
I would like to go talk to Surtook.
Okay. I mean,
About, I
will
would like
let you
him
do
to
that.
explain. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Kyron.
I mean, I'm not going to ever
coming up with a
force
reason
you.
to go back there.
I just, going through the motions.
I miss the desert. I'm gonna go back out there.
This is my hell. This is
Right.
my hell. Anyway, you guys you heard that the merchant Walid El Bina of Makkah, who lives near the keep of Makkah, is the one who contacted Amal to hire someone out to go into the desert, find the Eye of Misha, and bring it back. So that's all you're working on, though the El Bina like estate is something that you guys, it would probably be pretty easy to find out because they are a very large, very well connected family of merchants, of orcish merchants that live in Makkah. So it's not going to be very difficult to track down where this guy lives. Though these merchants live in and around the keep are basically like walled neighborhoods. So in order to get to this guy's like even front door, you're going to need to go through a few checkpoints that are guarded by Makkah city guards. And they're not going to let you in just because you say you need to meet someone on the other side. And you guys would know this too. This is pretty common knowledge.
Okay. Well, I would also like to speak about maybe what we're going to say when we get to meet this gentleman. I technically did not expressly lie to the man that we spoke with earlier, but I did kind of lead on that maybe there was something we saw in there that we needed to let him know.
In truth, eat gates or whatever.
Yep. Eat gates. Or we just break in. Maybe we don't
Right.
do that.
I don't.
I mean, we could just like keep an eye on the place for a day or two, figure out when he's going to like pick it up or whatever, and then like nab it when he's coming back.
Oh, now we're stealing it. Okay,
Well, I
steal
mean, it's like
it again.
if he's got to get it for somebody else, he's not exactly going to give it to us, is he?
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? I mean,
And it sounds like he mentioned that he was giving it to some kind of shadowy person. So
right. That's what I'm
sounds
saying.
like maybe he's doing some kind of illicit activity on his own, which maybe makes it a good thing that it gets stolen.
Sure.
What was that? What was that last word? I didn't. Again, the sand in my ear has really been like getting to me. I can't hear very well. Can you speak up a little bit?
Borrowed.
All right.
There
You
you
win this round. You win this round. So, if we're thinking right that this guy's some sort of like middleman for an even bigger situation, if we have anything to do with this Jim going missing, we're on the list.
I figure so. I don't know much
Well-
about big, dark, shadowy organizations, but I imagine stealing a priceless gem from them probably puts you on their list.
Well, like I said earlier,
Well, I think like, optimally achieved theft is not something that others are like attributing your responsibility to, right? Like they're not going to be like, oh yeah, them fools, they're the ones who took it. Like ideally, we'd want
Yeah.
to like
We're just
have
a
it
bunch
go
of-
missing.
we're a
We have
bunch of
sort of-
nobodies.
We have sort of painted a target on ourselves by making that somewhat clear to the person who was selling it to him. But perhaps
That's fair.
that won't be a problem. That's what I'm going to pray for.
Well, I
While
still
you two
think.
borrow the gem.
Wait. So are we? I mean, I know it was like partly my idea, and I was kind of gung ho about the whole "let's take the gem" sort of
Oh my
situation.
god.
But as of now, as they say in Makkah, I was getting cold feet at the wedding. But
Yeah,
the
no,
wedding
that's
is
saying checks
being
out.
married to the idea of stealing the gem.
Right.
So now that you
Do you
have
have,
sold
like-
me on the
Is
stealing
there-
of the gem, you want to back out of it.
Well, I'm thinking, right. So we're the fearless conquerors of Pocket's Folly. So if we're able to get that gem, maybe there's bigger things that this guy might want, and those bigger things, while we might not get as much money for, will offset the fact that Cert will die.
Like not for me so much, I guess.
Well, we're not talking about you, all right?
It's a group.
Right, collectively. God, I'm gonna be so selfish.
Don't be so egotistical, Cert. Come on.
Right, no,
Not
that's
everything's
fair,
about
I
you.
guess. Yeah. But like I guess he's probably like looking for that piece. Or are you saying like Amal going back to him and just getting paid for picking up other treasures and sort of saying
Yeah,
goodbye
I'm
to this
saying
whole
that we take
prospect?
we ask him if we can take the gem, and we sell him our services instead. Maybe
Oh,
he
like-
maybe
We're going
there's
to
some
have to.
bigger piece that he's looking for that he would trade the gem to us for us to get.
We're going to have to seek an
Oh.
audience with this man then, so that we can find out who the other man is, so that we can seek an audience
No, I
with
think
that
he's
man.
saying to go back to Amal and say, let's get the gem back from him in exchange for trade. right?
No,
That's what I
no,
was
I'm talking
understanding?
about
No.
the sketchy guy behind all the locked doors.
Oh, well, like, why would he? Right, again, he's trying to get it to another person.
Right, but if our name is passed down, that means he'll have someone in his pocket that he can have go out. And
Sure,
do
but they're
maybe
like looking for
something
this thing.
Well, do we know that? He could just be a collector.
I guess that's possible. But I imagine if he like wanted a specific object, then like the idea that we'd be able to give him a bunch of other stuff in place of the thing that he actually was like seeking and paying gold for, right? Already.
Well, I'm saying since we've proven ourselves, we can sell the idea to him
sure.
that we can succeed in doing anything else.
The
Buy
sunken
a-
city.
Right.
Think about the
Oh,
priceless treasures that probably exist down there.
we could sell that as like a prospect or whatever.
I've got a write-up right
Yes.
here, and he unrolls the scroll.
How's the handwriting?
Sure.
Very good,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Nice.
How many
Well-
cheese smudges?
Cheeto dust.
Actually, a regrettable amount.
That's a lot. Regrettable's a lot.
Yep. Can't touch that up in Photoshop.
Right.
There are
Well-
some parts of this paper that are see-through because
Ooh.
of the Cheetos.
That's gross.
Gross.
Those
So-
they're cheese
Right.
doughs, though. We got to
Yes,
keep the
cheese
copyright.
doughs.
That's right. Yeah.
The image is a leopard.
Does he also have sunglasses?
No, he has Ray-Bans. Just regular old like
Just normal
just
Ray-Bans.
glasses, but they're
Okay.
yeah, they not sunglasses.
Buddy
It does
Hall
not come
glasses.
with ease being made of cheese.
Yes, exactly.
Jesus.
We killed John. John's dead. He died. He's gone now. Ooh, Slade.
That
So
really
I guess-
got me.
So I guess the plan then is to speak with this man and figure out who he's selling it to, which I think
Sure.
shouldn't be that difficult to achieve. We've got plenty of capital to make that happen.
So like we're just pitching the idea that he like uses his newfound possession in the way that benefits us or myself a little as well, and then possibly like getting us jobs toward that.
hopefully we can sell him on the idea of finding the sunken city and all the treasures there within,
Right.
and that will turn him a bigger profit than whatever he was going to do with this gem. Or perhaps there's something he was going to do with this gem that just aligns with what we need to do. Let's find out.
Sure.
And I think I think you and I, sir, have drunk with a few of these fine city guard folk. think we
I
could
mean,
probably.
I've definitely ran into a few while drunk.
Well, you remember that one time, right, where we got thrown out and we had to go across the street to the other bar that was right down there, and like you and I kind of got a little bit of a
You're gonna have to
scuffle
be
with
more
you.
specific.
It's the time that we woke up on the donkey.
Again, more specific,
All right.
please.
We woke up on the donkey at like 3 in the afternoon. We were actually
okay.
halfway out of the city gates to be sold.
Yeah.
Right. I think we'd said we were exotic dancers. I don't really remember the story. It's, I have to be specific again. But when we made it back into the city, you remember we bribed the guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly so they never told anybody what they saw, that they saw you in that skimpy little outfit, and they saw me in that like really nice crocheted thing. I'm saying we can.
Doily.
It was a turtleneck sweater, which is quite weird to be wearing in the desert.
I was about to say.
I think I got a sunburn just from wearing it. It felt like I was wearing a whole mess of cats. But what I'm saying is, I think we could bribe the guards and get in.
Right, that's that should be a goal.
You guys arrive.
Yeah, we'll make it. Go ahead up.
That's we were
Imagine
walking.
we
this
just found some
entire time.
vantage or something. Oh, okay. I was figuring we were just looking over the place or something.
Okay, yeah, that works
that
too.
too.
Yeah.
Either way.
A little bit of both, maybe. You walked up vantage point while having this conversation. Now you've walked up to the guards. They look pretty tired. One of them looks at you and goes, "State your business."
I look back to the other two and I point to myself and shrug my shoulders.
Sure, yeah, as good as any. No.
Well, we are fine entrepreneurs, and we feel as though we have some good business with the owner of this estate.
And then he coughs and he drops a few coins at their feet, maybe like 20 gold.
A few coins,
Yeah.
half a point or a pound of fucking coin.
They both look at each other and they're like, "Did you drop that on accident, or are you trying to bribe us?"
If I'm honest,
Well,
I'm
that's
really lenient.
I mean, if you're trying to bribe us, you could have just handed us the gold.
He'll be scooped down. Pick it up one at a time. One of them gets stuck and he doesn't have the fingernails to like grab it, so he has to like get another coin and like get under it and pick it up. All right, here's 10 each.
Yeah, that's better. All right, yeah, go on through. Better not assassinate him or anything like that.
Oh, we would never.
Right, that would make you guys look like right cocks, right?
Yeah, no, we'd lose our jobs.
Yeah, we get it. We really get it. See you for drinks next week, right?
Hey, you too, Jalaal.
Little wave.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Tell your wife I said hi.
And he walks on through.
As he walks
Right.
past, he says, Narasar smiles on you today.
And you as well.
He smiles and nods.
Mhm. You guys walk in and say the building is on the other side of a very large, luscious garden that is being fed from water fountains set strategically around the area that all drain into a small central pond with some exotic fish swimming around in the center. It would take a lot of gold to upkeep this in the middle of the desert, so it is just an extravagant display of wealth.
And there's plants here that don't even exist in this ecosystem.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah,
like California.
Yep. Affront to nature.
Exactly. This shouldn't exist.
You
We
guys
should approach this keeping the information that we know that he's selling it to somebody else private.
Sure, yeah. I guess like just try and. I mean, we
Try and
could
convince
allude
him.
that this gem has something to do with our ability to secure the riches of the sunken city. We don't know that's not true, right?
Well, as far as we know, yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Thumbs up.
you guys get halfway through a garden when an attendant comes out of the building and goes, Yes, excuse me. What can I do for you? What business do you have with Walid?
We have a meeting scheduled with Walid.
I do not have anything on the itinerary. What is your names? What company do you represent?
You can just put us down as Conquerors of Pockets Folly.
He raises an eyebrow.
The licensed business title is Old for Gold Enterprises.
Thank you.
Yep, he knows.
Put like a little parentheses in there.
Yeah, or asterisk.
Follow me.
Subtitle, maybe.
Yeah.
Turns on his heels and walks briskly back into the building.
Oh, right.
I
He's
think
quick.
I think you're right down, right? Like, you think you penciled it in, like at the end?
I'll bet he did, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
I thought he was a garden attendant. I didn't understand what his clothing was. I didn't.
I mean, you know.
Well,
I mistook his appearance as being a laborer.
He
that's what
leads
our
you
characters
into
look
a
like.
he leads you into a small sitting room near the entrance of the house, off of the foyer. And he says, "I will go fetch Walid. He is in the middle of music practice." And he storms off. He is very upset by this intrusion. After a little bit, he comes back with a pretty heavy-set orc with half orc, wearing very long blue silks, and he has gold rings over both arms that kind of hold the silks in place. It's kind of like a Roman toga of silk almost. He comes into the sitting room holding a lute as well as a large bottle of wine. He takes a drink of it and goes, "Yes, Old for Gold Enterprises."
Yes, my name is Arlon Padot. I'm representing the company.
I do not recollect scheduling this meeting nor the purpose behind it. You'll have to remind me.
I apologize. This was in regards to the Eye of Misha.
He spits out his wine and drops the bottle. He sits up and goes, what, come again?
This was in regards to the Eye of Misha.
Right. He starts getting really fidgety. He kind of starts picking at his ear, and he goes, it's a legend somewhere out in the desert.
I'd like to have this conversation in another place.
Yes, I think that is very wise. He stands up quickly and says, Couscous, clean this up, please. And the little man comes over with a dustpan and starts sweeping it up, muttering angrily to himself. "We are going to take this meeting in my office. Please do not bother me unless I call for you, Couscous." Yes, sir, yes. You guys follow him up some very...
You missed the spot.
Have a nice day, Quinoa.
His name is Couscous Quinoa. I love it.
I like to think that this lord doesn't give a fuck about the people who work for him and about their favorite food. Food chain you can hire up to like favorite dishes.
Quiche, get in here.
Chocolate ice cream, man. He's got the best job, I tell you.
All right, so he leads you up some opulent staircase to his office, which is a very, very plush room with an enormous desk in one side, window facing most of the city and the desert surrounding. He sits down and opens up a little box and pulls out a cigarette, tightly rolled, and begins smoking it kind of shakily. And
have a little bar set up with like a really nice decanter and like
yes,
glass.
yep.
I will go
Exactly
and
like
help
that.
myself.
He says,
Classic.
yes, go ahead. Now, what exactly are you doing here? And why are you asking me about the Eye of Misha?
Well, we are the team who successfully beat Pockets Folly. We have retrieved the Eye of Misha, and if you've not already received word, you will be receiving word soon.
I
will
was
be receiving it.
celebrating finding the stone. Excuse me. He kind of wipes his mouth a little bit.
Now, there were some things we saw in Pocket's Folly that made us understand that that stone is important from more than just collecting.
Yes, that's very true. He shifts uncomfortably. I do not want the stone for myself.
And who is the stone for?
He says, he gets up and opens the door and looks and closes the door again. He says, I don't know. He walks back to his desk and he opens the drawer and he brings out a piece of paper with a symbol drawn on it.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Roll me spout lore.
I'm a spout with the best of them, son. Oh yeah, we were rolling regular dice over
Yeah.
here.
Roll me regular die.
Do we all get a chance to do that, or is that just one
Uh,
at a time? I don't want to like horn in on it or anything. I
It's
just don't know
so
how that works.
and so the more I understand about the dungeon world system, you guys trigger it when you basically go to know
Do your
stuff.
thing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I don't require you to. It's like if you wish to know stuff, just roll it. So if you guys
It comes
wish
to
get in-
7 after the intelligence
Okay.
modifier.
I won't bother.
I
Well-
Jalaal would know, to be honest.
Okay.
You'll tell me something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. It's on me to make it useful.
Okay. You have seen this symbol crop up when you have read about ancient Mishan like guardian cults, which are
Okay.
cults that have been created as a way to preserve the location or the security of some kind of artifact or item.
Okay.
But you
Well,
don't know exactly which one it is, and you don't have a name.
So do you know what that is?
I only know that it came with a note, and the note destroyed itself as soon as I was done reading it.
And what did the note instruct you to do?
The note instructed me to deliver a contract to Amal. He works in the market district at a place called.
He was
my
our
cheese.
contact.
Yes.
on
Of
the
course,
lead
that makes sense.
for the job.
Yes. Well, the note instructed me to contract out Amal to find people who could defeat Pocket's Folly. Apparently, it's something so secret that I wasn't able to refuse. I suppose they threatened my family and my position if I did not follow through on my end of the bargain. I was celebrating today because it's the release of my bondage and the freedom of my family. As soon as I get this delivered.
Well, there's
Oh.
not much bargaining with that.
Why?
I'm hoping. Well, that symbol belongs to, and I don't know which one, but it belongs to one of the many ancient orders that protect Misha and its relics and heritage. And he turns to the party. Their goals might align with what ours are. If we could only figure out how to contact them. I'm sorry to waste your time. Sorry to bug you with this, especially on a day where you're celebrating your freedom from this.
Please don't jeopardize any of my goals. I've been trying to do this for months now.
I assure you we will not come between you and the freedom of you and your family.
Do you have any way of contacting these folks?
No, they only instructed me to take the eye to a bar called the Golden Eagle outside in the Weaver's slums to the south.
Well, I think a man of your prestige could use for an honor guard, right?
I have one.
Did your honor guard defeat Pocket's Folly?
No, this is
Then they're
true.
not quite honorable, are they?
I do not think the quality of honor has anything to do with delving ancient treasure locations?
What I'm trying to say is, help us and we can help you.
How would you help me? What do I get out of this?
We may have a way to make your employers much richer or more successful, potentially, depending on how our information that we've been able to independently sort of accrue aligns with their aims. It would be beneficial for us to be involved in that exchange to perhaps put them on the trail of a greater treasure.
I don't know. Maybe. Again, I have not even
Go
caught
parlay or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nine.
Okay. You'll have to. Yeah.
So they'll do something if you make a say I ask you to do for something and do it if you make them a promise. But they need concrete assurances of your promise right now. So,
Okay.
like, basically, as long as I do something.
Right.
He'll do the thing, it sounded like, that it's a successful parlay. But
So,
which would be just to allow us to attend the meeting with him.
Right. He sighs and goes, "Very well. You can. It's not again. It's not a meeting. I'm just going to the bar, and I was instructed to drop the eye into the second stall in the outhouse. And once I did that, my bondage is completed."
Oh. Well, I suppose we could just, like, keep an eye on that outhouse or whatever and try and
I
figure out
assure
the
you again,
direction from there.
we will not create any disturbance between you and this
Right.
this entity. I simply
appreciate.
want to know who it is, so that I may seek them out and seek audience with them as well. I thank you for your time today.
And if you ever need any real hefty contracts fulfilled, you know who we are.
Yes, though after this, my taste for priceless artifacts has sort of diminished somewhat. What with
It's understandable.
this shadowy
Go do
agency
birthday
threatening
parties.
the safety of my family. Right, birthday parties. I think I will continue drinking wine now. Thank you.
Right. You have a good one. Appreciate your help.
Bless you.
Thumbs up.
He pounds the glass of fine liqueur and puts the cup down. And we'll walk out.
Straight Kahlua.
Right. I think that was orange juice. I don't know.
So you guys leave. It is approaching, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the day now. You guys are led off the compound. Where would you like to go now?
I think my boys here probably want to go drink at the Golden Eagle.
I think
I could use for
Cert
more
wants to
orange.
just set up a stakeout
Okay.
outside of that outhouse, probably. Right, I'd like to just find the place to lay low and keep an eye on that drop spot, probably.
Waleed also said, I didn't throw us in role playing, but I meant to, that he will, as soon as he gets the gem from Amal, which should be here in a little bit, he's going to bring it to the bar.
Right. So he's thinking he just wants to get set up to make sure we don't miss whoever is digging around in an outhouse, comes out covered in shit. Or
Right.
Mhm.
So you guys go to the Golden Eagle. It is a pretty large bar and a inn down in the outside of the wall. It serves as kind of a spot for people who don't want to go into the city and give identification, or people who are not allowed in the city, or even traders who don't wish to pay the gate tax for goods that are not going into the city themselves. So that's where it gets most of its clientele. You guys walk in, and there is someone at the counter that asks if you want rooms or a meal.
Starts setting up outside to keep an eye on the
Okay.
house
Okay.
or whatever.
Uh,
Like I was
the
gonna say.
yeah, okay, yeah. The building itself is on a piece of land that has a small perimeter wall. The gate is open on the perimeter wall, and the outhouses are set behind the building along the edge of the perimeter wall itself.
Going to so yeah, I'm going to wrap myself in. Is there maybe like a tarp? Not a tarp, but I guess like coverings of like trash cans or
A burlap sack.
sack, right?
Yeah, there's actually several like nasty cloth sacks in the alley that you look like they were used to store trash or like rotting food of some sort.
All right, I'm going to rip one, and I'm going to just like layer it over my shoulders and over my head, and
Okay.
I'm going to sit on the opposite side of the outhouse, against the wall, and pretend to beg for change.
Okay.
Hey, pretty
Uh,
miss. You got any spare change?
Jalaal, you see that there is a sewer access point directly behind the outhouses along the street.
Easily reachable by me.
You are, maybe 4 feet from the manhole cover when you're sitting against the wall.
I'm gonna keep my hand over there, my construct arm.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it kind of placed halfway between the lid and the cobblestone.
Okay.
Unless this is dirt, in which case on the dirt.
No, it's cobblestone.
Okay, yeah. I want to make sure I can feel anyone trying to like open it up.
Okay. Arlon, are you actually going in? Where are you going?
I think he'll go inside.
Okay.
And he'll order something to eat.
Okay. The waitress asks basically vegetarian or meat dish.
Meat is fine.
Okay. She brings you a pretty thick stew. You begin to eat. Surtook, you get set up in the perimeter facing the outhouses behind the building.
Yeah, I'll just like lay down like he's a drunkard passed out or something.
Okay. Excellent. So, Arlen, as you're eating, a man.
You want to sit next to a window though, so
Okay.
I can look out toward that direction if need
Sure,
be.
sure. You can actually see Surtook passed out on the grass, like
Okay.
out right on the other side of the window, we'll say.
All right.
So you're eating, and all of a sudden a man sits down next to you. He is wearing a black cloak with white trim, and the hood is pulled up, but you can tell that he is an orc, a full blood orc, and in fact he's a red orc.
Okay.
He
Are those rare?
Yes and no.
They're the ones that were out in the
Yes.
desert.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
barbarian.
People.
Right. There are several that are raised within the city that don't, follow the ways of the desert, or those that were born in the outside tribes and then, settled in the city after like rejoining society. They're not banned from the city at all, but they are kind of viewed with suspicion, and there's always been the reports of a red orc going ballistic after spending years and years at a job or something. So they're kind of a marginalized, mistreated member of society. And so he sits down at the table across from you, Arlen, and says, "Your path, it has been suspicious."
He draws on the table the symbol that he saw.
Yes, that is who is speaking to you now.
What is your aim with the eye? I speak as a man who, I believe, follows the same morals that you do. I'm a follower of Naravasar. Are you familiar?
Yes, of course.
We are interested in keeping relics and lore alive for relics and lore's sake, not for capital gains.
While I admire your ways, our order is not interested in keeping history alive, but keeping it dead.
I see.
That eye, the eye of Misha, it is very precious. Acts as a barrier between even more destruction to the east than already exists there. Our order has been watching the tomb that you knew as Pocket's Folly for thousands of years. It had remained secret until that blasted treasure hunter found the location. I am only. We celebrated when he left and decided to take it upon ourselves that now that the location was famous, to take it before anyone else could and hide it away even deeper.
I see. So, that being said, there is a place where this eye belongs. Do you know what happens when it goes there?
What do you mean by belongs?
The forces of the universe want to see that happen.
I warn you, follower of Narvasar, not very many of the celestial and fiends are as benevolent as the one you follow. I would be wary of any being that tries to get this object further into the desert. Only evil can come from that.
So what do you plan to do? Find another vault to stick it in?
Yes, one even further from the Mishan Desert. There is a vault being constructed in the Elven Isles that will house the eye for the rest of eternity.
I see. Hold. I got nothing. Well. I would hate to keep you any longer. It was good to speak.
I'm not done yet.
What further do you have for me?
I know that you have men watching the outhouse. I know that you have contacted Waleed. I understand that your interest in this eye is not purely for monetary gain. I need to know exactly why you seek to bring it deeper into the desert and what
you ever heard of the
power
Black
commanded
Gate?
to it. Yes, I have. Of course.
Keeper of the Black Gate has commanded that it go to a specific location.
He kind of laughs and says, "You modern scholars, there is no singular keeper of the Black Gate. They all
I said a keeper.
Ah, yes, well, depending on what that keeper looked like, it could very well be a servant of the god that is locked away behind the key.
I would assume that somebody who didn't work for that god wouldn't want the key put in that hole.
Ah, he kind of looks at you and says, yes, exactly. And so someone working for that god would definitely want it to go back.
I guess it depends on what god is behind that gate, then.
That is forbidden knowledge. I cannot reveal that.
Okay, so you're going to tell me that some celestial has commanded that we move something to a specific location and that it's bad that it go there, but you won't tell me why.
Would be the end of the fragile society that lives in the Mishan Desert. You must not bring that eye to that city.
Okay, well, that is unfortunate. I will go speak to my men.
Good.
He stands up and turns to leave.
He watches you go and then starts eating the rest of your soup.
Fucker.
Greasy.
Goal the whole time.
He walks up to Surt and kind of like kicks at him.
Pass off. Oh wait,
Sir.
is that you, Arlon?
Yeah.
Sorry. What? Sits
I
up.
had an opportunity to speak with our friend from the shadowy organization, if you will.
Oh,
Can't in the right mind intercept this gem and take it to where it goes.
what? Why not?
Behind that gate is a very evil deity.
Okay.
What the protector of the Black Gate wants you to do is doom humanity. That's not something I can stand behind.
But like just humans?
I mean, all of us.
Oh, well, I guess that's probably more reasonable.
There has to be another way. We can't save your life and doom thousands of others.
I mean, we could.
I mean, we could, but is that the right answer?
I guess it's maybe not exclusively my call at this point, but I would say that from my perspective, yes. But that said, should I fail, I believe I was promised eternal life. So, yeah. 3 months is 3 months, right? Yeah, exactly.
So we should go back in and speak with him, but I don't know what to do next.
What about?
Just
I mean, like, we've just got to if we're not like taking the gem back, we've sort of got no further like interaction. What's needed, right?
well, if you want to save your life, I think the more information we can get, the better, right?
I
There has to be
guess.
some other way.
Change.
We should probably
I got 5 gold for you over here.
He scrambles over the wall.
Wow. You're really like living that role. Seriously, method.
No, we talked about this before. You weren't listening. He said he'd say that if it was my cue to come around.
Oh, sure.
All right, wait. Who are we killing for the gym?
You see the runes on his arm start to glow.
Just like gestures toward him, like, See? No.
Wait.
I believe it's seeming that may not be the path forward.
What do you mean?
Well, I spoke with the man from the organization. Their aim is to hide the gem.
I just wanted to get you tuffled up a bit. I was listening the entire time.
It is only like over the wall, I suppose.
All right,
That's
well,
fair. Right.
This isn't
What
the
do you
time for
think?
jokes, Jalaal.
It's a little grim, but Well, hey, sir, maybe 3 months ain't so bad, right? Like,
There's got to be another way around it. It's just a matter of
I mean,
figuring it out.
it was sort of like an either or that I was kind of presented with, I think.
You know,
Like-
these keepers, they're not like, they may have weaknesses too. You might be able to talk to them. They're not all, they're just like us. They're just in another realm.
Right, but I'm fairly confident that they're going to be more likely to fall in your camp as far as the my soul versus whatever fate of all living beings or whatever, right?
What is it?
well, what if he can get us in contact with someone who can maybe twist the strings of fate or something? Or maybe you can make a deal with someone else.
I'm not entirely confident that more agreements with like extraplanar
Well,
entities
you-
is the solution here.
It's like getting money from the cat guy, right? Like
Exactly.
you're gonna get more loans to pay off your other loans. So maybe
That's
you
like really bad
earn more
finance.
Well, I never said I was a banker. I'm just trying to keep you a fucking live, sir. All right.
I mean, yeah, you're right. That would potentially buy me a bit of extra time. I mean, so like, I guess, do we want to try and get into cahoots with these folks then, and like ensure?
I think
that-
it's the only people we can consider allies at this time, at this point, that are anywhere close to this.
Our only lead so far.
He's inside eating my soup right now, so
Wait, he's eating your soup.
that's
well,
crazy.
I wasn't going to eat it. It's pretty shitty, but I mean, these guys aren't selling relics for money if they're eating other people's soup.
I think I made more money begging for change. I got like 3 gold.
Nice.
Some lady gave me one of her teeth.
It's not even gold. It's just a tooth.
That's the truth. And he holds it up.
Weird that
Yep.
that was like readily available for
I
her
think
to
they
like
got the
donate
cat.
to you.
We
Strange.
can see right through it. Not with much of anything.
I think it's like madness. I don't.
Uh,
Let's get in there. And he throws the tooth over his shoulder.
Anyway, he's inside. He's this orc gentleman. He
Okay.
looks brooding and weird.
Well, I think I know I know how to talk to these kind of folk.
I don't know that you
Alright.
know how to talk to anybody.
No,
You're
I'm-
on the
I'm-
receiving
walks
end of
right
a
in.
trash can.
He walks right through the door.
you guys
No,
walk
it'll
in.
be good. I'm sure.
He's finished the soup, and he's actually looks like he was just about to go, and then you guys walk in again. He sits back down and says, "You're back."
All right, so let's not mince words here. My friend here kind of has a problem with his life being on the line.
Like
That,
literally.
yeah, literally. This deity or angel or whatever the fuck you religious people call him, it wanted him to return the you know what to another location deep in the desert. I assume Arlon kind of filled you in on all that.
No,
I kind of died like a little. And he holds up his
Right.
fingers like this.
he neglected to tell me that was why how the powers contacted you.
Well, it
Yeah.
seems like at this point, I mean, he was probably trying to protect my, privacy or what have you. But, it's best I feel that we've got our cards
How
on
else-
the table if you are. If
How else do you speak to a keeper of the Black Gate?
Oh, there are many ways. Sometimes they appear in spots that are weak between the material plane and the celestial realms.
how do you speak with your god or whatever it is?
I suppose.
You don't have to die every time you speak to them. But
Well,
That's
If you
Well,
hear him in the
I'm
morning
there,
when his
but,
bones are creaking, you might think he's dead.
were you marked?
He kind of, low key, like raises up his sleeve a bit and shows him the like black handprint and lowers it back down.
This is.
I have to wear
good.
shirts way more now. It's not exactly great.
Yeah, it's a whole new look for him. We don't like it very much.
I'm upset. I could just get like braces, but I feel like it's weird to wear no shirt but braces. It's like a vest without sleeves or
So it's a
something.
fashion statement, you know. Nevertheless, your eternal damnation and soul and whatever.
Yes, that
Right,
is
yeah, that.
unfortunate. That
Such
mark will turn you into a lich once you pass.
You know what? I think that might be a good deal. Actually, that sounds nice.
No, it's
They
not.
live forever, right?
Right, but you won't be you. You will be a vehicle for the angel that marked you. They will possess your body as a lich and work to bring the orb back to the city regardless.
Hmm. Well, that's
Well,
like a bit of a pickle then.
Does that symbol then tell you who is behind all this?
Yes, it does.
I look at it real close. Does it represent any deities that I'm aware of?
No.
Okay.
He stands and puts his hood up and says, I can't believe I'm asking this, but I need you to follow me to our headquarters.
Right. We were sort of coming here hoping that there may be more you could tell us or whatever. So that's like right in line.
yeah,
I
we
think,
were
with
kind
what
of
we're
coming
going
with you
on.
regardless.
Yeah.
If this didn't go well, I was going to hit you a lot.
I-
I only say
Right.
that, for transparency's sake.
Right.
Right.
Probably could have done being a little more opaque.
Well,
I mean, honesty is always the best policy, right?
right.
The red orc stands and nods across to one of the bartenders, who nods back, and he takes you guys, leads you guys out of the bar, and to the part of town known as the Row, and he walks into an alchemist shop called Kiami Bottles. You walk through the alchemist behind the counter does not even seem to react as you guys walk in. You walk to the back, and the red orc opens a cellar door with stairs leading down, much older than the alchemy shop above it. These are made from the original stone of Makkah. He brings you down these stairs into a large cavern area with a small river running through it. In the cavern area, there are several sets of beds set up along the wall, as well as a small bar slash restaurant area almost that seems to be where people are getting their food right now. Like I said, it's almost dinner. Like it's almost like 6, 7 o'clock at night. So people seem to be grabbing meals. Some of them are red orcs, some of them are half orcs, and some of them are straight up just mud orcs from the west. But they're all some flavor of orc. Um, they kind of look, and some almost seem to draw their weapons, or go to draw their weapons, when the red orc that brought you here raises his hands and says, "These are strangers that I have brought into our midst. One has been marked by Lael. That means
I-
Well,
that means she is growing in power." There's murmur and nods, and he says, "Come with me," and leads you across the room to a smaller room off the side, with a table set up and a single light bulb hanging from the a single candle set on the table.
hanging from the ceiling.
Yes. He sits down,
Where are the drugs coming?
bids you guys to sit down, and says, "You may call me Azran. I am the leader of the group known as the All Watchers. We have been dedicated to protecting the eye of the desert for the last 6,000 years. From the night god known as Lael, who is imprisoned in the city of the moon, now sunk by the god Mitza. It was us, and our line, who he trusted with protecting the key, and we have done so without fail until Pocket. Once the location of the key was discovered, we knew it was only a matter of time before a treasure hunting group was successful and brought it back out. We knew that once that happened, it was only a matter of time, too, before Lael used it and escaped. So we took it upon ourselves, as I told your friend Arlon here. We took it upon ourselves to take it back first, and then hide it further away, deeper in Paralandia, so that it can never be reunited. But now it seems that that will not be enough. For it seems that Lael is still growing in power regardless of the imprisonment, which means that it will only be a matter of time before she is turned many more like you and created a pseudo-army to march and find the orb, to find the eye, regardless of where we hide it.
So how do you destroy it?
Unfortunately, it cannot be destroyed. Or at least not in any way that we can destroy it. Though there is the volcano. He rubs his chin. That is a possibility.
We're talking like a Mordor situation.
It's not a DM, or- no, I think so. It's like, right, is there like, I mean, so this is probably like a weird question or whatever, but is there like some way to deal with all once they're
Yes.
out or whatever?
Yes. And you will be instrumental for that.
Right.
Only one that has been marked by the night can destroy her completely.
Well, we really don't do charity work, so can we get a promise that we can save his life?
Yes. Destroy Lael, and there will be no one to drag you through the Black Gate.
And
I
if
think
you
that makes sense.
bring her back into this world to destroy her, you complete your obligation.
Yes. And
Alright.
apparently the old runes are failing. If she is able to mark you through that prison, then we only have a matter of time before she marks others.
If we could just like keep folks from dying.
Yes, for now, that will be suffice. But in the old days, she was able to spread her mark by just her will alone.
So, are there like any perks with this mark or whatever, or is it just like an I'm gonna be evil's,
No, there,
plaything?
you should be, with a little bit of practice, be able to channel her magic.
Really?
Yes.
He grins like kind of. I'm gonna be magic.
Just
Looks
pats
over
you on the
at
shoulder.
Arlon. Like, yeah, the other two look.
We must begin to prepare for an expedition to the east. He opens the door and says, I, Azran, command you all watchers. We begin. We are taking the eye back to Quamar, and we are going to destroy Lael forever. He points to Surtook. This orc will be our weapon against the god. There's light cheers, some whispers. He turns.
Arlen whispers under his breath, if Pocket's Folly didn't kill us, this surely will.
I did actually die.
And don't forget Archer 1.
Well,
Archer Prime.
may he always be missed.
Because, it's an archer.
Archer Secunda is much better, but I don't want to lose another one.
Right,
There
yeah.
is something that we must do before we can travel to the city of Quamar. We must retrieve the map of Quamar from the museum in Damthur.
I don't know
Oh
if
my
any of
God.
this will be helpful, and he passes
National
over the
treasure.
information he got from that he got from Kartuk.
This is incredible.
Wait.
I've never seen such a the gathering of information such
And
as
Cheeto
this.
dust.
And Cheeto dust,
And
right? I was just gonna say-
kind of wipes his hand on his robe. What is it covered in?
We're
He
going to assume
sniffs
that's
it.
some kind of magic dust that makes
Cheese
the rite
product.
so much
This
fun.
is cheese.
not like real
Anyway,
cheese, I don't think.
This is still an amazing document. I have not
Cheese
seen
spread.
the organizations of this. Even our files are not quite so organized as this.
You're free to make a copy of it. I would like that copy back.
Of
When I
course.
get hungry, I need the cheese.
Yes.
Can you can keep this one? We'd like the copy.
Okay. I will have my scribes do this.
I have him trying to locate the city right now. The one who wrote this.
We know where its location is.
Well, we can call him off of that task, I suppose.
We want to keep his mind rolling on anything else.
Right,
need
no,
him-
yeah,
Get him
on
the
another
easier he
one.
is, the better.
Yes.
Get him on the
museum.
next job.
Yes. If he can gather information this quickly and this efficiently, we need him to research the National History Museum of Damthur.
Oh, it's with National Treasure, boys.
That's what I was saying. I was like, we have to steal a fucking map from a museum. Fuck yeah,
my
who's
God.
Nick Cage?
I'll fight you guys.
I'm Nick Cage.
God damn it. To the death.
We can't all be Nick Cage,
Can I
dude.
be the hot kid, or can I be like the nerdy sidekick guy?
Oh, damn it.
I will
Oh,
begin.
you know what?
It's a toughie.
I will gather our
I'm gonna
team.
be.
D&D. I'm sorry.
No.
All right, and I think that is where we're going to end it for the night tonight.
Ah.
Little early, but I think that that's a good cutoff point, as you guys are going to be planning a museum heist to collect this map.
Treasure hunters.
Fuck
And then
yeah.
we've really we're jumping around a little bit.
Hey, it's still treasure hunting. all
Yeah, we're
right?
just
Yeah.
cross training.
This is just prep work.
Right.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Honestly, I expected this to become like an evil campaign really fast, so I'm surprised we even nailed it.
You know. Yeah. It could have just been like, fuck you guys.
Right.
Fuck the world. Don't ask me for shit.
Yeah.
Jalaal would have. I'm telling you right now, if you so Jalaal would have been, yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
The people I need to see are gonna live forever anyway. So no.
Right, man, basically.
Solid. It's good.
All right,
good
guys.
logic.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Again, we do this every Monday night, so we'll be back at it a week from tonight. Join us Thursday, and where we talk about more tabletops and things. I don't actually know what we're talking about Thursday, but
Probably more Tasha.
we're gonna come up with
Yeah.
something.
Tasha's.
Probably more
Sexy
Tasha's.
lingerie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Also,
And
that.
John
Of
Two's going to be
everything.
joining us.
Yep. He's actually leading the discussion.
I don't think he is.
Yep.
I'm not sure he was aware of that.
There's been no
Pointless.
discussion about that happening.
No.
Well, I mean, it's
hoping to guilt
actually
him
about
into it, though.
lingerie. I could go for at least like 20 minutes.
Right.
That I can lead, yeah.
Yeah, you can find us there on Thursday and every Thursday following. And then stay tuned for Friday to get the final episode of Dragons of Paraland
Yeah.
on the podcast. And go through and listen to them all. Listen to every single one of them. And listen to them all
Twice.
like 6 times.
Yeah.
We're releasing it in iPhone form, so it's easy. You know, you can just like
Mhm.
stick it right in your brain, and you can just
Yep.
take all of Paralandia
I
in
mean,
at once.
Mine
here's the
idea.
here's the thing about podcasts, right? You listen to it while you're driving. You can listen to it
Right.
while you're eating. You can listen to it while you're sleeping. Although that's less efficient.
Yes.
'cause you don't
Listen to
normally
it while
understand
you're
as
putting
much
on
information.
someone else's face, and your name is Nick Cage,
Right.
and you're in that movie Face Off. You can
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah. Do
That's
that
good.
too.
It's
Exactly.
important.
While you're mowing lawns, anything. You can listen to it anywhere. So do it. Go check out Dragons of Paralandia on Spotify and just play that shit all the way through. That's like 40 hours. So I hope you're not doing that much driving or mowing lawns, but
Please. No.
listen to it.
Yes.
Other than that, come join our Discord community, come hang out with us, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll paint you like one of my French girls.
Yes. He will too.
I won't.
John says he will paint you like a French
will.
girl.
All right, guys. Tune in next week for Old for Gold, episode 6, where our heroes all argue over who is going to be Nick cage for 2.5 hours. So tune in for that.
Only 2.5?
Bye.